Hi, I'm Tamika Hall. I'm the host of Reach for the Crown, and you're seeing us for the very first time live. I know you're used to seeing me on the radio, but I figured I would take the opportunity to just let you see who I am as the person. I'm sitting here with Mrs. Cacia Batts, who is Mrs. Delaware America, and we're going to be talking to you today about being custom made. So, Cacia, thank you so much for joining us for the first time.
I appreciate it.
I'm going to tell you guys, this is an impromptu interview, but as you know, in pageantry, you have to be prepared for anything.
That's exactly right.
So, tell us, you are Mrs. Delaware America.
Yes.
So, tell us about your experience so far.
So far, January 25th, 2009, I was crowned Mrs. Delaware America down at Rehoboth Beach Convention Center. Suzanne Truitt is my director. She's been the director of the pageant for the last 3 years. It's been so exciting so far. It's been a busy 7 months. So it's been great.
Awesome. So this is actually your second time competing.
That is correct. In 2005, less than a month after I got married, one of the ladies at my job, who was a prior Mrs. Delaware, put a bug in my ear and said, you know, Cacia, why don't you try a pageant? I said, I don't know if I'm cut out for a pageant. I had this preconceived notion about, you know, what I thought the pageant world was. You know, but I did it, and I'm so glad I did because it changed my whole feelings with the pageant world. I met some great girls. I looked at it as networking, and I ended up coming up second runner-up in that first pageant in 2005, so it was really fun.
So obviously you put a couple of years in between.
Yes.
What made you decide to do it this year?
I figured I'm actually finishing up my master's degree in human services,
Awesome.
where I'm doing a lot of work with nonprofits, and I'm also thinking about maybe having a child. And you know, I'm praying on it within the next year or so. So I said this would definitely be the year for me to focus, you know, with the title. And I felt like if I was to get crowned, it would just tie in perfectly with what I'm getting my master's degree in, which is human services. So, you know, it ended up being the right time.
Right time, the right place.
That's right.
Now, we're talking about being custom made. It's
Yes.
about being unique, and my crown was falling over, and you never want that to happen in pageantry. But we're talking about being custom made.
Yes.
So my question to you is, you're not necessarily the typical pageant girl.
Exactly.
So how do you think your strategy is different than other people in competition?
I think my strategy is 100% real. You know, though there is a lot of preparation that goes into preparing for Mrs. America, I can only be 100% Cacia Batts. And that's what I'm going to do. I mean, obviously we have a physical regimen, a spiritual regimen, and a mental regimen that we're doing. But at the same token, you know, I'm excited. All I can be is 100% real when I go to this pageant. So, you know, what you see is what you get, and I'm claiming it.
Absolutely, and you have to claim what it is that you want. Otherwise,
speak it into existence.
Yeah, if you're not going to go to win, then stay home. That's the way I feel about it. So I'm sure you have a platform.
Yes.
What are you very passionate about? What are you working for?
Wow, right now I've been doing a lot of work with AIDS Delaware, which one of the headquarters is based in Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay.
They have tons of stuff throughout the year, but one of the events that I feel very strongly about is the AIDS Delaware Teen Idol, which is children from 12 to 18, it's almost like a talent show. Whether they sing, dance, poetry, play an instrument, it just brings our urban youth together, allows them to come together for a positive, you know, place and time, and it would just give back to the society. And there's great scholarships as well with AIDS Delaware.
Okay, so what's next for you?
Basically, Mrs. America is next, September 8th, which will be in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
I'll be out there from September 1st to the 9th, so I'm excited about that.
That is exciting. Now, let me just have you just kind of tie it in. You're not the typical pageant girl.
Yes.
You went out for the title 2 times. Sometimes people do get very downtrodden if they don't necessarily win something on their very first time out. What can you say to our viewers about being custom made, about being yourself?
I would just say that, you know, don't have any preconceived notions, and also you never know what that judge that year is looking for. So, you know, you never know. It might be that person. You might be that person that the judge is looking for that year. You never know.
So I think that you heard it right here from Cacia Batts and right here on Reach for the Crown. It's very important to be custom made. It's important to be yourself, be 100% yourself, because every single judge is a different person, and on a different day, at a different time, with a different set of judges, you could have a different outcome. So why not be yourself? Thank you for tuning in to Reach for the Crown, and listen for us on the airwaves. Thank you.
Thank you very much.